bro.
How you doing, bro? What's going on?
Yeah, thanks for having me on. I normally go with Dan. I'm
Yeah, I
normally in
know.
there. Maybe you get Dan on here as well,
Yeah,
unless he's being a bit shy today.
nah, Dan will be here. Oh, pugilist.
Oh, Tony's here. Get Tony on, man. Tony knows the business.
Yeah, I know. Pugilist will have a lot to say on the Teofimo loss.
Yeah, that was a weird one because one of the things I'm really surprised with these days, yeah, if they don't have a rematch clause in there, it's surprising.
Maybe he overlooked maybe he overlooked Kambosos why he didn't have a rematch clause.
Yeah, but even with like voluntaries and like fights which you think you're gonna be all right with, people have some sort of what you call it, rematch clause in it.
Well, that's bad. Well, we call that bad business.
Bad business, yeah. I thought I'd just come on here for a couple of minutes just to sort of like see what you thought. So, what's your thoughts on the? I know it's about 10 years too late. Some people say 50 years too late. But Khan versus Brook.
No, I'm still here for it. I'm here for it.
I'm still in for it as well because they still got beef with each other, innit? So it's not like they're like, oh, let's be pals and make a little bit of money for each other on the side. You know what I mean?
No, I can this I can't. You can't say that. You can't say.
Yeah, exactly, Tony.
Yeah, previously you're saying no rematch clause, but you can't say they're in it for the money because Khan, like you said, I don't think he's here for the money. But what?
Yeah.
You don't like that fight?
That dude. Tony don't like it. Tony,
sorry, brother, what's your name? Tuning in. I know that for a fact. But Tony,
yeah, brother,
what's wrong with the fight?
No, so what's your name, brother?
I'm Lex. Don't you remember me?
Lex. Yeah, sorry, Lex, man. Because I know.
Where did we meet?
Sorry?
Where did me and you meet?
Was it at Ben's Marvin Hagler thing?
No, that's Dan.
No. I don't know where the.
I met you in York Hall, and I told you follow the page.
Maybe, I don't know, man. Maybe, yeah. I could be wrong. Yeah. I've got memories playing. Memory. Yeah. I'm gonna be the big 5 in next month, man. So the memory's starting to go a little bit.
Come on, don't wish that on yourself. But yeah, now pugilist is not a money grab.
But the thing about it is, Tony. Yes, all right. It probably is a money grab because, in fairness, Khan, he's manufactured that deal very heavily in his favor from what they're saying. That's what.
In terms of what?
In terms of just getting all the. I mean, I'm waffling a little bit, but Brook has accused him for making all the.
No, but I. You want? Is everyone still there? What's happening? Can everyone still see me? Can everyone still see me? You're like, oh no, it's gone. Pugilist, man, come on the live. Such died. Anyone else want to come on the live to talk about boxing coming up? Boxing transpired this weekend. Teofimo losing his 3 belts plus his franchise belt plus his Ring Magazine belt to Kambosos from Australia, also the heritage of Greece, I believe. A lot of people are questioning Teofimo Senior's corner work, which I agree with as well. And yeah, obviously, Saj was talking about the mega fight that just got announced this week as well, which is Amir Khan versus Kell Brook, which will be in Manchester on February the 19th in the AO Arena in Manchester, like I've already said, and it'll be live on Sky box office pay-per-view. Request Tony Lex. No, he's got a. I'll do that. Okay. Yeah, invited him. What's going on, Tony?
What's going on, Lex? How you doing, brother?
Yeah, I'm alright, brother, man. Yeah, so let's start with the boxing that just transpired this weekend. Teofimo versus Kambosos. Did you give Kambosos a chance going in? Or
I didn't. No, because I'm invested in Teofimo Lopez. I met the kid back in 2018 in New York.
Oh no, sorry. You was having a dig at Hayney, weren't you?
So let me break this down. Yeah. I'm invested in Teofimo Lopez. That's my guy. I like that guy from 2018. I like the kid. I met him in person. I'm like, yeah, this kid is good. Then he beats one of my own dogs. He beats Richard Comey from the All-Stars gym. I'm like, yeah, that's one of my dogs. He beats Lomachenko, the man. Yeah. So I'm not even talking about Devin because you know me and Dan have had that beef already. We sorted that beef out earlier in the week.
Yeah.
But Teofimo and I'm invested in the kid. I'm thinking, well, you know what? There's a lot of trash talk here, but I still expect Teofimo to win. I'm totally shocked by Kambosos, but give Kambosos his flowers. The brother came and delivered.
A lot of people were talking about Senior's corner work. Also, a lot of people. All right. So you got to do this from a neutral point of view. So people are talking about his corner work. Also, people are talking about maybe was he under the influence of alcohol as well? Because after the match, he was taking a lot of, pictures with Team Kambosos, and he looked a bit, happy and leery and kind of. I don't know if you saw the visuals.
Yeah, but you don't go into a fight with alcohol. You might have a few, you might down a bottle of vodka at the end of the fight because you felt like you should have won and you lost, and you drown your sorrows in a drink. But
people are saying during the fight he looked like he's had a few drinks. So
Nah, I'm not having that. I'm not buying that. The kid came out. He looked like he wanted to fight. Let's not take away anything from Kambosos' performance.
I'm talking about Senior, not Teofimo.
Oh! I'm not even bothered about whether he was drinking or not. The guy's a clown.
Yeah.
The guy's a clown. He's a joke. That's one of them where you go. That's one of them where you go, you know what? Get rid of your dad out the camp because he's just ruining things for you.
Yeah. So going back to that, the corner work, you wasn't impressed, I'm guessing.
Not at all. Terrible.
Was you shocked by the way Teofimo came out in the first round?
I wasn't shocked. I thought, Teofimo won that first round, but for the knockdown, right?
They scored it 10-9, the judges.
Yeah. So that meant that Teofimo would have won that round had it not been for the knockdown. So you know what? Teo came out. He looked like he had his game head on. He looked good in the first couple of rounds. But let's give credit to Kambosos. He switched up and he did what he had to do very well, and he looked good in doing it.
All right. After the post-match interview, did you like the way Teofimo handled himself, or did you feel that was unjust?
I do think he was very unprofessional, very bitter, sour-faced, sourpuss, in that he wasn't admitting that, the better man won on the day. Look, even if you think you won a fight, look at your face. You got broke up, bruv.
Yeah.
He got broke up. You can't turn around and say, "Oh yeah, I definitely won that fight." Because look at your face and look at your opponent. He busted you up, bro. He made you hit the terra firma. So I don't care if it's a tight fight. You can turn around and say, "Well, I thought I edged it," but there's no way I clearly won that fight. No way.
All right. So then, that being said, he said something else in the post-match. He started crying and saying that, they have been keeping me at this weight for long enough. I've wanted to move up. Who's they?
Yes.
Sorry.
So that, I think, refers to Bob Arum. Bob Scarum. You know, look, Bob Arum is a poison on the sport right now. You look at what he's doing with his fighters, and you just got to think, boy, what is this guy on? You know, thank God Terence Crawford is out of that setup now, so we can look forward to seeing some good things for Terence. But you know, I don't know exactly what transpired between him and Bob Arum, but I know Teo was tight on the weight anyway, so he probably is waiting to move up, and probably that's probably why there was no rematch clause, because he's probably thinking, I'm not sticking around at this weight any longer.
Dan just put a comment saying, well, his dad makes him stay at 135. Would you agree with that?
Look, it's all very well saying your dad makes you do this and your dad makes you do that. You're a grown man. You're a grown-ass man. And we had this with Sean Porter and his dad. You know, Sean Porter's, his dad's making decisions, and people have been sour about the fact your dad pulled him out of a fight. Well, you know what? You either going to let your dad take total control, or you take control of your own destiny. In this situation, and just saying with Sean Porter, they've allowed their fathers to be the sounding block for their careers. So, you know what? It is what it is. If you let your father become the sounding block for your career, that's where it ends. You know, Devin Haney's the same. His dad is his career. You know? So it's not unique to Teo. There's lots of fighters out there who are run by their father.
So that being said, now, do you think it's the last time we're going to see Teo at 135?
I hope so.
Because obviously there's no rematch clause.
Yeah, I don't think it serves him any good by stripping down and competing at 135 when he could go to 140 and just basically start looking at, you know, Josh Taylor.
Even when he rehydrated, he looked like a welterweight. He looked so big.
He's a big kid.
Yeah, so...
As I said, I met the kid in 2018 in New York. I kind of invested in him because I thought, you know what, lovely kid, saw him perform live. I thought, yeah, I like this kid. And that was way before Lomachenko. So I was like, you know what, yeah, one to watch. He's got power. And when you take that power up, I think he becomes even more effective.
So now, 140, I remember before this loss, the Josh Taylor fight was being spoken about. Would you say that that fight is off the cards now, or where does Teo go from here? Like,
you know what? Who knows? Because the game of boxing, unfortunately, A plus B don't equal C. 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2. We just know you can't second guess anything in the game of boxing. Does he deserve to be to get a title shot? Well, I would say so, because you was undisputed champion. So you know what? I would say, yeah, he jumps the queue. But we know the game don't work like that. You just don't get a title shot just because you was this or you are that, and then you've got to deal with all the alphabet gang, and they're gonna say, oh, but you got to do this mandatory here and that mandatory there, and jump over here, and do you know what I mean? Back in the day, you might be able to get away with it, but I'm not so sure if that can happen now.
All right, so now Teofimo's gone. Well, if he won, he would have been hoping to face this guy he's fighting this week, in Devin Haney, who goes up against Jojo Diaz. How do we see this Jojo Diaz fight going? Obviously.
So again, I don't see this as a big fight. You know,
remember Jojo Diaz did beat Tevin Farmer.
Well, Tevin Farmer's got found out, hasn't he? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jojo Diaz is.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying he's a world beater, but I'm saying, you know.
Yeah. He's got credible wins. He's got one credible win. Yeah.
Yeah, but then what's Devin Haney's most credible win though? What's his credible win?
That is what I keep telling people.
No, actually, I'll give him Linares.
But, bruv, let me tell you something about Linares. 5 people have knocked out Jorge Linares. Devin Haney ain't one of them. 5. He's been knocked out 5 times. If Devin Haney is the real deal, how come he ain't one of the 5? Or how come he ain't the 6th?
All right, well, come on.
Sorry, bro. I'm not about. I like the kid.
Though? Did he get the victory?
I like the kid, but I'm not putting in the flowers until he puts in the work and starts dealing with people properly.
Oh yeah, sorry, Danny St. Linares and Gamboa.
And another stepping stone fighter. How many people have stopped Gamboa?
Yeah, that's true. Crawford did. Tank did.
Exactly. He's one of them fighters that left literally everybody's beat.
Yeah. All right. So yeah. So
being around the world and Yeah.
So you got Devin beating
Jojo Diaz.
Jojo Diaz this weekend. So we're not going to see. I'm guessing we're not going to see a Teofimo fight now. So him versus Kambosos. Who do you have winning out of Devin and Kambosos?
Great fight. As I pick him. I'm gonna go with Devin. I like the kid. I really do like the kid.
I thought you were gonna say Kambosos.
No, I'm gonna go with Devin. I like the kid, but I got a caveat with the fact that he still, for me, he's not the man. His title win is not a title win.
Yeah, no, but is that Devin's fault or is that WBC's fault? Who's
it's WBC's fault 100%, brother. 100% is the WBC fault. Yeah. But WBC and the WBA are two devils in they're viruses in our sport, bruv. They're viruses. Because they do some madness. They do utter bullshit in our sport.
Yeah, we just need one face, one champion.
Damn right.
More like the UFC's model.
Yep.
And that, in the UFC, you just see a lot of people, the best have to fight the best for it to work. So
don't forget, though, the UFC did bring out some bullshit themselves. They brought out that BMF title.
Oh yeah. But that was a one-off though.
Yeah, just goes to show, though. Just goes to show. No, it ain't an exclusive thing.
Yeah, but that was on request of what's his name? The bed. What's his name? Masvidal.
Masvidal. But let's be honest. Like, if you're the BMF, how you getting knocked out by Kamaru Usman? Yeah. That just goes to show that BMF title is.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, no, he's still. All right, so moving on, we got another fight. Gervonta. He was meant to be fighting Rolly. Rolly's pulled out. We all know the circumstances. So a girl's called assault and whatnot. We don't know the full story, but it's just moving past that. And then
it's bad, yeah.
Yeah, he's the replacement of is it Cruz?
Cruz. That's right. Yeah.
He's fighting Cruz, and I haven't seen much of this Cruz, but I'm hearing this might be a harder fight than the Rolly fight.
I mean, I can't honestly say. I never really liked the Rolly fight anyway. I don't like the kid. I thought he was coming over like some kind of prick in the press conference.
I don't know what that was about. I think he was trying to get into Teofimo, not Teofimo, trying to get into Gervonta's head, but he's just making a fool of himself.
Exactly. Isaac Cruz has come in respectfully, but let's be honest, it's a last-minute substitute fight for Gervonta. I don't expect anything else but a Davis win.
Oh.
You know, and this is another kid that just, you know what I mean, whose career is being mismanaged.
Well, no, all right. Let's get into that. Mismanaged. I wouldn't say mismanaged because all these boys are regularly fighting. They might not be fighting the best. They got money in their pockets. They're looking well fed, looking well off. So let's not call it. They're just not fighting the best. Like in this day and age, fighters are not fighting the best regularly.
Yeah. Like you say that there are some cats out there who do that. Let's be honest. Some cats will fight the best, or at least try.
Yeah.
You know, Canelo don't duck nobody.
Canelo, but Canelo's more like his opponents. There's a lot of thought behind it, though. Like there's a lot of
look
like.
At the catalog of fight. Look at the catalog of fighters he's fought.
So he Caleb Plant. I'll give it to him, but Caleb Plant wasn't. If we saw who has he beat for him to be this so-called world beater?
Yeah, but you still got to beat the brother. You still got to
beat him, but Caleb Plant was all right.
Look, it might be more a telling damnation of the state of the game of boxing right now, that in certain divisions, not in all of them, but in certain divisions, there's not a great plethora of credible champions. You know, you look at light heavyweight in the UK right now, and we've got a plethora. We've got 8, 9 guys who you could say could make a great fight on any night with anybody. But you go back 3 years and none of them guys were on the scene, and it was like, well, boy, light heavyweight in Britain weren't all that. So the game is cyclical, because sometimes it just gets a point where there's lots of good guys at a particular weight, or, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I just think, you know, right now, super middleweight, there wasn't any real great fighters out there, and therefore Canelo was able to clean up with the matchup against Caleb. And let's be honest, we look at the rest of that division, there ain't nobody else that he could fight that you could go, well, oh, but you missed this fighter out. No,
what, super middleweight division?
Yeah. Who did he miss out?
Nah, he's got all the belts, so we can't even have
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So he's got all that silverware, and to be honest, he deserves it because he cleaned up. There's nobody there. You can turn around and say, well, you missed out that guy.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So obviously he's touted that he wants to move up to cruiserweight to fight Maccabi. So what do you say about that? I've heard that fight can't happen. Oh, is it? Yeah.
Some politics about Maccabi's got to defend against his mandatory, but you know the game. As I said, anything could happen. So they might be able to just do some payoff money and sort that one out.
All right.
Good point, Danny. And Joshua does fight the best, so he's, you know, another guy. He don't run from nobody. The Maccabee thing, you know what? Fair play to him. You know, we've seen that loads of times in the past. You know, Sugar Ray Leonard went up and fought Donnie Lalonde. Roy Jones went up and fought John Ruiz. You know, those things happen in the game of boxing. You know, you pick a champion, low hanging fruit. You know, so if he does it, you know, it's not like it's a complete one-sided fight when he goes up there, because he's fighting a much bigger guy, and it only takes one punch. You know, if I'm Maccabee, I'm thinking to myself, right, I can bully this guy around the ring.
But Maccabi got a mandatory, some next African guy.
Yeah.
We have Buddy Jack at cruiser now, and he wants Canelo. Okay.
Battle Jack's finished, bro. Battle Jack was fighting last week in Dubai.
The opposition wasn't too stellar.
That's what I'm saying. Why is that guy doing? He's on a money grab right now.
No, but yeah, you got to look at his age. Was he 38?
Exactly. He's well past his prime. Yeah. You know, and let's be honest, he's fighting bums in Dubai for big money because he's got a nice setup. That's about his 3rd fight in Dubai now.
Yeah, you can't blame him, man. He knows the back end of his career. He's just trying to pick up some money.
Exactly. So, but he ain't no force. He ain't no force at cruiserweight. He ain't no force.
All right, let's get to this dead food per se you're talking about.
Yeah, 2 dead food fighters, mate.
Amir Khan versus
dead food fighters.
Kell Brook. Why is it dead food?
I'm going to call it the Midnight Triller special because it should be on Triller at midnight.
No, but come on. There's what, 34, 35. It's not. it's not too late. I wouldn't say,
bruv. They're washed. Yeah, you know they're washed. Both of them are washed. Am I wrong?
No. Well, okay. No. All right.
Yeah, they are.
No,
They're
I'll
both
say.
washed.
What I would say, they've seen better days.
They're washed, bruv. You can't say they've seen better days. They're
They've seen
washed.
better days. I wouldn't
Which
say
one
this.
of them?
No, I
Which
wouldn't
one
say.
of them can beat any of the world titleists in any of the weight categories they're currently? What weight is this being fought at?
149.
What the hell is 149? Not even fucking weight. It's not even a bloody weight.
Yeah. Yeah, no, because they're compensating because Kell Brook is tight to make 147. But no, there's been catch rates before. Look, Canelo
What
fought
the
Floyd.
hell?
That was 152.
What the hell? This is just, it's wash fighters, man. Dead
So
food.
catch weights are nothing. There's nothing new in catch rates.
There's nothing new in catch weights, but let's be honest. Catch weights are the food of like non-title fights. In between two fights, I'm gonna catch a little catch weight fight against somebody just for
No,
a
but it
little
happens.
tune-up.
Khan fought Canelo at catch
This
weight.
is a non-title fight. This has got no relevance to the game of boxing that it is today. I'm sorry, I don't want to see it. I'm not interested. I'm not about, I'm not about Jake Paul and Logan Paul and
No, but this is
KSI
right.
and
But you can't
freaking.
say that because these are two professional boxers.
No,
And
I'm sorry. They're wash fighters.
it's
They're
not a
wash
title.
fighters.
No,
I've got no. I'm not promoting them one bit on any of my socials. I'm sorry. That fight is not getting no play on my socials because wash fighters.
No, but come on, Tony. All right. So, are you telling me this ain't gonna sell? Is that what you're trying to say?
I'll give a damn.
Yeah.
I'm
Are
not
you not?
interested.
You're not tuning in. Are you telling me you're not
Hell
tuning in?
no. Hell no. I'm a man of my principles, mate. I don't buy no rubbish. It's on pay-per-view as well, isn't it? Is it on pay-per-view?
Yeah, Skybox Office.
You see how they stay? They want you to pay $13.99 for that shit. Are you joking?
Yeah, okay. So which one would you say you're getting more value for money? Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury or Khan versus Brook?
Neither of them, bro. Neither of them. Because they're both a joke. I don't deal with them exhibition fights.
I will be there. It's a great fight. Everyone tune in to Sky Sports Box Office. This big grudge fight going on.
Big grudge fight, my eye. Oh, please.
Well, just outside looking in, who do you think is the favorite then?
Okay. In my okay.
Because I think the last person Khan fought was Billy Dib.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm worried about Kell Brook's face because his face is just it's incapable of taking blows anymore. You know,
so are you alluding to the fact when he fought Terence Crawford? Are you alluding to the fact that his punch resistance might be gone? Because was that too much of like
his face has been cracked a bit?
You know,
his face has been cracked twice. Don't forget. Yeah. Golovkin tear up his face one time, and Errol Spence did the same. So this guy is not. He's not in any way on the positive side of his career. Yeah. All I can say is when you get your face cracked like what he has, everything's got to be worrying.
All right. Well, I'll pay.
Think mentally of what you must be like going into sparring. Don't hit me too hard. He must have all the, like in the Mayweather gym.
The bar.
You got the,
the bar, the face bar,
The bar. Yeah. He's got to have all that.
Yeah. No. He probably does because he's had surgery on both eyes. So
that's what I'm saying, bro.
Even when he
that's what I'm saying.
and I think in his last fight against was it DeMarco? No, DeLusa. I forgot this the Italian kid, American Italian kid. He was cut as well, so it does look like he gets lacerations quick as well.
It's like I just put that Khan and Brook's punch resistance or lack thereof is similar now. I don't think it is, because I think Brook can take a punch, but his face can't hold a punch.
That's what I was about to say. I was going to say, so Khan has got the weak chin, but Brooker's face is a bit more.
That's right. Exactly the point.
Because he's had surgery around the hair, and he's had surgery around here on both eyes. And even like when you crack him there with a nice shot, he falls it straight away. Yeah. His body will give up.
I'm worried about the kid's safety, in all honesty. I'm worried about the kid's safety. But what might just let him off is the fact that he probably is looking to get to Khan first, because you know if he gets to Khan first, it's good night Vienna.
So Khan hasn't got the best of chins. We all know that. So that's obviously the press conference. They both said this ain't going the distance. And you know there was some back and forths about back in the day when Khan used to school him, and he said the trainer asked him when he used one hand and stuff like that. So you know.
I'll read deeply into that shit, you know.
Yeah.
I read deeply into sparring sessions. I'm serious, bruv. If you do a man in sparring, that gives you some one-upmanship or one hell of a mind control of another guy. I'll say that over and over again. I remember when George Groves was fighting DeGale. I said, listen, DeGale has never had George Groves in sparring. I'm betting all my money that George Groves beat DeGale. And what happened? George Groves beat DeGale. When you got a man in sparring, it can have a massive mental effect on what happens in the ring. Of course, there's occasions where it doesn't happen. But I read a lot into that.
No. So obviously, sorry, one second. Brook can, sorry, Danny's saying Brook can still bang.
Yeah, damn right. And that's what he's looking at. Brook don't want no long fight. He wants to knock this kid out straight as he walks in the ring. Because he knows, I can't take 12 rounds of that battering on my head. Amir Khan's hands are still fast. He's going to pepper the hell out of Kell Brook if he don't get him out of there quick.
So Khan's timing is off. Obviously, he ain't fought since Billy Dibb. So obviously, I see him training. I think he's teamed up.
He's training with Crawford
now.
Yeah, he's training with Crawford.
Well, if you can't beat them, join them. Is that?
Yeah, mate. Of course. That's a great move for him. That's a great move for him. Because if you wanted to keep yourself in shape and relevant, go work out with the man who beat you and beat your ass good.
Yeah,
that's what Dennis Andrews did when he went to Kronk Gym with Tommy Hearns, remember?
Yeah, I think done the same thing. Ricky Hatton as well.
That's right.
Yeah, but sometimes it not work out. But other than that, anything else you want to drop through this before we go?
Why? Now we still got a lot of. There's so much boxing still to talk before the end of the year that you know what we'll hold fast until the next one, because I know look, this is fight. Oh, what the hell, Lyndon Arthur? How the hell we stop not talking about that fight, bro? Oh shit, bro!
I knew it was missing a UK fight.
Yeah. What you got?
Hey, look, wait. There's 2 fights on that. Bradley Skeete.
Nah,
Sheeraz.
Nah, Sheeraz all the way, man. Bradley Skeete, I love Bradley, but I think he's just been to the mountain too many times.
So you don't think he can come and do an upset?
He could do an upset, but I'm putting my money on the young gun.
So he's
a good kid. He's a good kid.
You got Sheeraz all the way.
Sheeraz, yeah, all the way. He's a good kid. I think he's just a little bit too young, a little bit too hungry for Bradley.
All right, cool. Going on to the main event, we got King Arthur versus the Beast from the East, Anthony Yarde. How do you see that fight going?
Is it repeat or is it revenge? Wow. I'm giving you all right. Okay, so this is a big fall down. This is split the
Wait. Let me ask you a
community in
question.
half, bruv.
Who did you have winning the fight, the first fight before the fight?
Before the first fight, I would have put my money on Yarde.
Yeah.
But for me, Lyndon clearly won the first fight. And for that reason, I'm betting my money on the second fight, Lyndon Arthur repeats. Because to me, in the first fight, he didn't have a right hand. He literally just jabbed the hell out of Anthony Yarde.
Yeah. So, from what I'm seeing, people, Yarde all the way, Yarde's my boy. So, Yusuf Inc. He's picking Yarde. Well, from the first fight, what I saw was Yarde was a bit tentative to come in. But he was tentative to come in without even catching anything. So it was a bit weird. Like, he wasn't, the jabs weren't that hard, but they were scoring.
Yeah.
But we saw a glimpse of it in the 11th and 12th when he did start coming in. He looked like he could get in the inside and get close to Yarde. Get close to Lyndon, sorry. So that being said, me watching his training, I can see he's looking for the one knockout punch.
Yeah.
I see him working and doing a lot of hooks and stuff. Yarde, the thing about Yarde, I just wish he fights. I wish he adapts his style to each person he fights, because you got a taller person with a jab. I want you to be rolling. I want you to roll them shots and get on the inside. I don't want you trying to stand off and do the shoulder roll, because that ain't gonna work for you.
That's my problem with Yarde. You know, he's too one-dimensional for me.
Yeah, so like, if he could roll the shots, he'll get on the inside and he'll knock out Lyndon. I'm telling you, but I don't think he's gonna come in with that kind of style, because people who are fighters, Yarde will eat them all day long. If you're a fighter and you're just coming for a brawl, Yarde will eat you all day long. But if you got a jab, that's where that's where the problems come.
Yeah.
So I just want to see how he's going to deal with the jab. If he deals with the jab, then he's got Lyndon. But if he can't deal with the jab, Lyndon's got him again.
Yeah. And I honestly think Lyndon will come in and realize where he can improve on his performance last time.
Yeah.
You know, jump all over Yarde, give him lots of jab, give him lots of angles, you know, cause him a lot more issues than he did the first fight. The first fight was a bit of a walk in terms of the pace of the fight. It wasn't like a high impact, high pace fight, you know. So Lyndon for me was a little bit lethargic in some of his approach work, but Yarde just didn't seem to be able to get out of first gear.
And also, what I think is going to play into Yarde's hands nicely is the fact that people tell Lyndon that he can't punch, or he's not a puncher, even though his record suggests that he is a puncher to a certain degree. Obviously, people are questioning the opposition of the people he's knocked out. Danny said the fight was more like a sparring session, the first fight. So, and obviously maybe that the no crowds being there affected that. Led to that. So now there's going to be a crowd.
Yeah.
Kambosos going to be rocking them. So, like I said,
Who you picking?
I'm leading towards Yarde. But I won't be surprised if Lyndon wins. I don't know what that means, but I won't be surprised if Lyndon wins, but I'm leading towards Yarde.
Okay.
But the reason I'm leaning towards Yarde is because people have been saying to Lyndon, and I think this is getting in his head, that he can't knock out Yarde.
That would be a great encouragement for him. I think that would kind of boost him up to even try that.
Nah, I think that would make him do things that he shouldn't be doing.
But I think this is about this sport is all about controlled aggression. Let's be honest, yeah? Now, if you work a game plan and you go, you know what, we're going to go in for the knockout this time, but we're going to do it in a controlled fashion. That's exactly what Tyson Fury did against Wilder. So they knew the first fight we could box this guy. But what they said the second fight is, look, we can knock this guy out. But we have to do it in a controlled way. That, I believe, is the same game plan you can use with Lyndon Arthur. He could possibly knock out Yarde, but he has to do it in a controlled way.
No.
We see how good Pat Barrett is now, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait for that.
It's a battle of the trainers.
Yeah, trains Pat Barrett and Tunde. But obviously, it's all nothing's gonna happen though, man. They're on a professional platform, so all that talk and all that kind of stuff is all bollocks, man. Because when you're on that kind of platform, there's only so much road stuff you can do. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, so, but you know what it is, right? To me, these two guys are at different stages in their career as trainers. So you look at Tunde and you think, like, you know, people after the Kovalev loss said, you know, Anthony Yarde should leave Tunde and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But he stuck with him. And you know what? Fair play to him. But you've got to say, Tunde, what are you going to do here? Because this is the making and breaking of Tunde. He makes himself out to be, you know, a master trainer. Because I think he officially calls himself that now.
Yeah, master genius.
He does the show with the master knowledge, Spencer Fearon, and I think he's got himself a moniker of I'm now the master something.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you're this master, let's see what you can do to correct your fighter's mistakes from his first fight and make it so that we can see that your fighter is actually a relevant light heavyweight in this division. Because right now, light heavyweight in the UK is flying high.
No, it is 100%. We've got Callum Johnson fighting Joe Smith Jr. for the world title.
Yeah.
And then whoever wins this fight is mandated to fight the winner of that. So, you know, the light heavyweight scene can't be in a better place right now.
Absolutely.
But yeah, man, that fight, you got Yus Wolf Inc. saying that, do you think the fight will go the distance? Or do you think it'll go the way?
I don't think so. No.
So you think,
I think at some point somebody's going to draw somebody into a shooting match and it's going to end up somebody getting knocked out.
So, you know, if people want to put a bet on and they want to do an accumulator for all these fights coming up this weekend, we got Yarde versus Lyndon. We got Devin Haney versus Jojo Diaz. We got Gervonta versus Cruz, and we got Sheeraz versus Bradley Skeete. Have I missed anything else out? No. So which fight?
I said there's bound to be something.
No, we're talking about the American. No, we're talking about the American, but that's in February. So
yeah, no, I think there's something on the undercard of Devin Haney potentially. I can't remember what it is. Something on the undercard.
Let's go with them 4 fights. Somebody wants to put on an accumulator. And what would you say? Would you say, well, it has to be like method of victory as well. So
okay.
Start with Sheeraz versus Bradley Skeete.
Decision win.
Decision win.
Legendara versus Flatley.
Decision win.
Man like Ken Peters in the house. Yes, big up. See, we've just been talking about the light heavyweights, and here comes another giant in the UK.
Yeah, big up Shakan. Division. Big up Shakan Peters in the house. Sorry, go on. So Sheeraz versus Bradley Skeete, method of victory.
Yeah, I'm going Sheeraz on a decision there. I just think Bradley Skeete's a clever guy. Obviously, he should be able to protect himself for 12 rounds.
All right, so we've got Sheeraz on a decision. Then we got Devin Haney versus Jojo Diaz. Another decision?
Nope, that's a finish. I think Devin will stop him.
In my opinion, I think that's another decision. But
okay.
So we got Sheeraz by decision, and we got Devin Haney stopping Jojo Diaz. RKO
RKO
187
187
says
point.
Haney points.
Okay.
Then we got. So that's what's that? How many fights? Oh, sorry, we got Yarde versus Lyndon.
I'm going Arthur. Arthur by late stoppage.
All right, so we got Sheeraz points, Hayney stoppage, Lyndon Arthur stoppage. Gervonta versus Cruz.
Yeah, mid round stoppage again.
All right, so anyone want to make some money this weekend? You heard it straight from Pugilist's mouth. We got Sheeraz, accumulator. Sheeraz beating Bradley Skeete on points. Devin Haney beating Jojo Diaz. I hope everyone's noting this down.
Wow, Danny's going Bradley Skeete on points.
We got Sheeraz on points. Hayney winning by knockout. We got Arthur winning by knockout, and we got what's that one? Gervonta winning by knockout. So if you want to put that accumulator on fourfold, certified.
Oh man. Don't. I'm not a betting man, so I'm the last person you should listen to for a tip. Trust me.
Nah, don't hold it to it. You know, it's a bit of punditry work. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll tune in next week again, Pugilist, and
all right, brother. As always, man.
You're gonna be tuning into the zone for the fight, and then.
Hell yeah. I'm about that life.
BT Sport on Saturday.
Yep, I'll be in tune to all of them.
Oh, Danny Glover, Danny Fat Fan TV saying, don't be shocked if Isaac Cruz stops Tank. By the way, guys.
Wow, that's got to be some good odds on that.
Oh, so
if Danny's got that in his accumulator, and I know Danny does some big accumulators. That's gotta be a quids in if that happens.
Yeah, man. A great show, great insight. I appreciate that. You small think, man.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, and no way, we'll catch you again this time.
Yeah, for sure. Enjoy the weekend, man. Have a great time watching the fights. I'm very excited again. Yeah, boxing's on high.
We'll catch up again, man. Hopefully, them results come in.
Yep.